Look at it some other time. Okay, we are recording. So tonight we're talking about booths and how to find them, and also what we look for, what could potentially make a good booth, or what might be not worth our time or money. So,
sorry.
Did we get someone else? We lose Corey. Oh, there's Laura. Hey.
Is she here?
She is here.
Yay! Hey, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Where are you?
You see her?
Yeah, now I gotcha.
Awesome.
Running the computer trouble first.
So I guess what I'm just going to say is just a couple of the ways that I find booths, and then Beth is actually going to show us what she does, which I think is probably one of the most effective ways. And I've started doing the same thing, even though I don't know why I never thought of it before. Laura, I think you're going to be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? So when I'm looking for booths, I'm looking a lot of times in our local paper for just different events that are going on. Or if my friends are talking about something that's going on, I usually look it up and I try to find the organizer and just reach out and see. And then I'm also looking for things like county fair, or if there's like a festival, like we have in my town, it's Apple Fest. Or one town that's in the next county over, they do a Norwegian festival in May. And so I just never know if they have an Usborne person, so I just reach out and ask if they have it. So, but what I've started doing is what Beth is actually going to show us tonight. Oh, actually, Laura, do you want to say what you do real quick?
Oh, I knew we had a big pumpkin festival every year. So I went to that, and then I started asking other vendors what else comes up during the year. And they gave me like 3 or 4 other events coming right up and who to contact. And then after that dried up, I started calling the Chamber of Commerce, and they knew of some local events. And then we have a Main Street committee that's trying to like bring life back into our Main Street. So they'll do certain events. So then I call them for things too. And we're just kind of getting around. Now I kind of know who the organizers are of certain things. And one of my Mary Kay customers actually is the one doing this hot air balloon festival. That's a brand new thing they're doing. And it's for 2 days coming up this weekend. And so I got in on that just because she knew me and knew I did books and Mary Kay and different things. And she's like, do you want to have a booth? And I'm like, yeah.
Awesome.
So
Very
that's
cool.
all I do.
And then Marla, I think yours is all word of mouth too, right? Mostly?
The what?
You mostly find yours word of mouth too, right?
Yeah, it's word of mouth.
Okay.
Well, I joined a Jamboree, and so they're allowing me to do like a cash and carry, a quick, either next month or both months. I have all set September if I wanted it. And then I'm doing also, I'm looking like you, the local events, like the churches and stuff like that.
Okay. And then Corey, what are you doing? I think you're doing what we're talking about. So if you are, I'm just going to cut you off a little, but is she still here?
Mostly, all the ones I started with were on Facebook.
Okay.
Am I here?
Yep.
Hold on, my thing's being really stupid, so maybe next time I need to find my laptop.
Yeah.
Most of my events that I had scheduled previously, I found on Facebook.
Okay, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So do you have any other ways, or should we just move right into the Facebook stuff?
And then I booked like 4 recently in the last few weeks that's actually got from leads from, there's a vendor that he sees a lot between 2 of the flea markets we do a lot. So one time they got together and started talking, and the guy gave him like a bunch of bigger events that he knows of that are in the area and stuff. So
Okay.
I booked 4 of them like that way. So.
Cool. All right. So Beth is the one that got me started looking on Facebook for different events. And now that I've been playing around with it, I honestly think it's the best way to find different vendor events or booths at community events. So she was just going to do a very quick tutorial on how she looks on Facebook for events. So Beth, can you do a screen share right now, or do I need to make you a host?
It did last time.
If you like scroll down to the bottom. Oh, there it is. It's working.
No, I don't think it's working.
Give it a sec. It's popping out. Oh, zebras.
That's cool.
So we're looking at Beth's computer, so snoop away. Just kidding. Oh, but she froze. Beth, can you hear us?
Okay, so on home. I can hear you.
Good.
Can you say kid? Okay. So on Facebook, on the homepage, I go over to the left-hand side and click events. And then the top will have like events you have going on right now. But if you go down, you'll have popular with friends events. You'll have suggested for you events. And you can also click on like categories and go that way. Suggested for you, it seems like because I'm looking for like the same kind of events every time, this seems to be like my best bet on finding events. So I don't know, I look for anything from vendor craft events, organizations like with schools, helping kids read, dairy breakfasts, churches, consignment sales, there's training, tractor, quilt shows, community events. I don't know. Does everybody know what an event is on Facebook? Do I really?
I think so. I mean, is there anybody that doesn't know? I think we're pretty okay. So, is there anything that you try to target, Beth, or anything that you think is not usually as good?
Obviously, vendor events, craft shows are super easy to book, but usually they don't have very good sales, but sometimes you'll get recruits. Definitely a money factor is always in play. I mean, I'm not going to pay $100 for an event unless it's proven. If you want an event that's been going on for 7 years that brings in, 5,000 people that weekend, it'd probably be worth it. But usually you can get them under $50. Like for 15 or 20. Mm-hmm. Obviously free ones are the best.
Yeah. Yeah, and I actually, 2 weeks ago I had a free one, and all winter, once a month all winter, I was having a free one at a kids bounce house event. And that one wasn't a huge money maker. Like I'd probably sell about between $150 and $250 worth of books every time. But for a free event, I mean, I was booking parties from it pretty much every time. So it was still really helpful. But someone on our team came up to me and said, oh, I'm in this group for vendor events. And, they asked me if I wanted to be a part of this event. And she was telling me that they wanted like $100 a day or something like that. Which for a vendor, there's a difference between vendor events and then community events where they allow vendors. Do you guys know the difference? So like if my town is having Apple Festival and they're allowing vendors to come, that's bringing people in because of the festival. So there's going to be a lot more people. And my sales are always really good there. Whereas if I'm going to an event like the one I had on Saturday was Christmas in July, and it was probably my worst event ever. It was set up literally for vendors, like a vendor show. And I think I sold 105 in books total. And the only thing that made it worth it is I think I might have booked a Cards for a Cause. Otherwise, I mean, I think I paid $25 for it. I don't think I would even go back because sales were so bad. So do you have anything to add to that, Beth? No? Do you guys have any, I mean, this is the bulk of our training tonight. It was really just showing you to look through these Facebook events.
One other thing I was going to mention too that I forgot to say is that my local flea market, it's $5 or $7 to set up, and I sell, if I just go for 2 or 3 hours, I sell $100 in books.
Nice.
So I mean, it's not great, but it's something you don't have to plan. You can just say, hey, I have a free day, I'm going to go do this, and I can sell $100 or $200 worth of books.
Nice.
So that might be something you guys have local in your area. And being a small town, I don't get as many people, but big towns, you guys might do really well.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, right? The Cherry Creek, what do you call it? Flea market? No, not flea market. Farmer's market is very big around here. So I was thinking of contacting somebody.
My local farmer's market won't allow us to come because it's not a homemade good, but hopefully yours will.
Ours won't.
Good.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So my happy place for a booth, usually I want it to be under $30 a day. And if it's less than that, great. Like 15 to 20 is even better. Free is even better than that. So the exception is if I'm doing a county fair, those are actually a lot of work and they're kind of expensive, but I'm still spending like probably $50, $60 a day for that. So
I spent $100 to $200 on mine, but then I know I'm going to sell at least 1,000 in books. So
yeah, and see, that would make it worth it. Like the most expensive one I did was I did a garden expo, and Corey actually came and helped me for a couple hours. Do you remember? I don't even remember what I paid for that, Corey. Did I tell you? $600, I think. And I more than broke even, but I didn't necessarily make a lot. So I have to decide if I want to go back next year, because I think I sold like 2,400 in books maybe over the course of 3 days. So it wasn't a huge moneymaker, and I didn't book any parties from it, which was pretty awful actually. But I've heard that stuff like that gets better every year, and I've seen other people do really well at big like expo type stuff, but it's a huge cost. So I don't know if it's worth it. But yeah.
I give it another year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so much money. Like they already wanted the registration for the early bird registration, and I was like, I don't have $600 laying around to just go do it. So if I do, it's going to be probably later. Unless
At fairs, do you sell a lot of books?
What's that?
At fairs, do you sell a lot of books?
It depends. So last year, my first fair, I did like 1,800, and I got a couple recruits and a few parties. Is that item?
I gotta go. My kid is like
Hi.
a huge fit.
Okay.
But it was great to meet you all. I already met most of you, but it was great to meet you, Laura.
You too.
Okay. Hasta
Bye.
luego.
Bye, Beth.
So yeah, I did 1,800 at my first fair, but my second fair, which is actually Beth's County, I did like 650, and that was pretty bad. She's doing it this year, and she knows a lot of people, so I think she'll do better.
What about, say if you set up your booth like a game booth where they'd pay like $1 to play and they have a chance to win books? Are you allowed to do that? That way you're not just selling them, but you're giving away a section of them too?
That's an interesting idea. I think from what I read in the rules of the one I just filled out, you're not allowed to do games of chance, no raffles, anything like that without prior permission. So it's possible, but I'm not sure.
Not likely.
Or
I think you have to read the rules really carefully, because I know we did an event where you had to actually get permission just to do a drawing where people could like fill out a slip with their information just to put it in like a free game drawing.
really, that's
Yeah,
great.
it was ridiculous. I had to actually contact the Chamber of Commerce to get them to let me do it. But they were fine with it once I contacted. I think they just don't want everybody trying to get people's information, so people are just kind of constantly giving out their information to their events. So yeah,
I've always done it. So far I haven't gotten in trouble, thank goodness.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's how so the point of a booth, I mean, I think you guys all know this, but the point of the booth is actually to build your business, and the sales are supposed to be secondary, which I like them to be pretty even. I like to make money at booths because otherwise I can't really afford it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is something.
Well, I have a question, if you have a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I do a booth, I do a drawing for free books, and I get so many names and addresses, like 100 or 200, or some punk festival like 300, and I have not yet done the newsletter thing, and I know I'm wasting all these opportunities for all this follow-up business.
Yeah.
Because I've never learned how it works. I mean, and right now I can't even remember my password to get into my e-commerce, so I can only use my laptop. I can't use any other computer because my email, my regular email I signed up with, somehow we got locked out of it for like 3 weeks now. We sent away for a password and it doesn't work, and you had to wait for it to come through the mail. So I'm totally locked out of my email, so I can't request a new password. Anyways,
so your e-commerce password should be your last four, unless you changed it. Your last four of your social.
Thank you. I just had my computer saved it for so long I didn't remember. Thank you. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, definitely try that.
Laura, there's a little place in your manual. And you put your emails in. So I kind of put the email sort of like in here.
I totally didn't even use that. Okay, good idea.
It helps not forget.
And as far as talking about IMN, right, the newsletter that goes out to customers.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
So people have different thoughts on this. Some people enter every single slip that they get, and they just consider that part of their marketing plan. I only like to enter the ones that, and I haven't even done it lately, so I probably should. I only like to get in touch with the ones that actually check us maybe for something. Otherwise,
Wait, I
I
could-
feel like
You only get touched the ones that what?
that say that yes, they might be interested in a party, or yes, they might be interested in hosting or signing, signing up for extra money. So if they say all no's, I don't even enter them because I feel like to me that's spam. But if they say yes or maybe, then I might enter them. But I only do it after I reach out.
You know what I also do, and when nobody says anything, I just share it, but I don't enter it. So there's like if you click on your own newsletter, there's a place that you could share the newsletter with your friends or with your clients, and then you send them like a little you could send them a cold email,
Okay.
like a cold letter, saying, "Hey, did you see this or whatever? What is it okay if I add you to my newsletter?"
Now, do they just get the email newsletter, or they get something in the mail?
Just the email one.
And do I get charged per one that goes out, or is it
No,
like
it's a monthly fee.
It's free.
But what's really neat about it is they send out a warm call report afterwards. So they'll say, we sent out, let's say 300 email addresses, and this many bounced back to us, this many were opened, and then they'll say, like this many, these are the email addresses of the people that clicked on the opening page, or this is the email address of the people that clicked host a party or something like that. So then you can take that and you can be like, oh, this person clicked on hosting a party. So you could be like, oh, and they bought books from me. So you could call them, do your customer care and be like, hey, Laura, I just want to see how the books are working out. I hope your kids are loving them. Oh, by the way, have you thought about hosting a party? Because you know that they were clicking on that link. So that is how I would use IMN. Definitely.
So what would be the harm in just sending it out to anybody who you ever got their contact information? Do you think, why do you don't
No,
harm in
remember-
the few?
You know, when I was in Simply Fun, it automatically adds everybody. I got a
Does
few.
that here too.
Huh?
All of your customers get automatically added to IMN if they make a purchase
Oh
from them.
no,
okay.
but it was Simply Fun. Whenever you add them to a party
Mhm.
on the Simply Fun website,
Oh, okay.
it adds them onto the newsletter without even asking them.
Oh,
So
and see, I don't think you can do that
if you
anymore.
order, it adds it. With us, if they order, I think it gets added. I think.
Okay. So we are at 20 minutes, and I promised this would be 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
I want you guys to be able to come back and know that it's going to be fast. So,
Oh, we're
any last thoughts on booths? Anyone? Bueller?
What?
I think I got
I
the
missed the first half of that statement, so.
You what?
I think I'm okay.
Good. We were thinking next time we might talk about books that sell really well for us at booths, and possibly even screen share some just different layouts and kind of talk about why we display. Because Beth is really, actually a few of you guys are really good at displays. I have not seen Marla or Laura's, but Corey is really good at displays, at like layouts and just making it look really visually appealing. Beth sets hers up a little bit different than I do, with different purposes behind it, and I think they all work really well. So I thought maybe we could just kind of share next time about that, if that sounds good to you
Yeah,
guys.
sounds good.
But
I
I'll
definitely
do-
want to know which ones sell the
At my
best.
next event, I'll live myself. And you can see it. You
That
can
sounds
see it.
riveting. I can't wait to tune in for like 3 hours of Marla talking. Okay.
I know. Laura, you know that I
I do not understand.
I think I talked Laura's
Do what?
head off. I think I talked
Oh,
your
I
head
can
off.
talk everybody's head off too, believe me.
Okay, so if you guys have ideas for future training, just shoot me a message and just, this is what I'd like to see. But this type of training, I really like it as a really short, compact, let's make it fast and quick, but useful. So, but if you have a more in-depth training you want, let me know that too. So,
Okay, thank you.
thanks for coming, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Okay.
Bye. Good to see you, Marla.
Good to see you, Laura.
Bye, guys.